Hey, Jason, I'm sure that's not how you wanted the first half to end, neither with the offense nor the defense today.
No, that's exactly right. It's disappointing, frustrating, the way we ended up. Just on all areas, obviously, struggle to score runs, and when you do that, you got to play just airtight defense. We didn't do that. I think we pitched well enough to win, but overall, not the way we wanted to finish up.
Something that maybe a 4-day break will help rejuvenate the guys and come back fresh second half.
Yeah, I think so, and we're gonna have to look to, we've got to find ways. I mean, that's to go where we want to go. It's unacceptable. So we've got to find a way to be better. 4 days off going to be good, but we got to be ready to go. It's going to be a 10-day road trip, and we've got to play well coming out of that break.
What can you tell us about Ryan Weathers at this point?
We'll know more around 7 o'clock tonight. He's going to get some more tests at 6 o'clock. Good news is doctors feel confident. The knee looks good. The ankle looks good. They're going to be checking more around the back of the ankle, around the Achilles tendon, and run some tests and kind of see. I will say he's walking around, much better than when he came off the field. Still can't put a lot of weight on it, but we'll know here later tonight what some of the tests say.
It sounds then like it was a dual concern, the knee and the ankle area. Was there one that was more of a concern at this point than the other?
I mean, when you initially saw it, I was thinking wrist, from the tag, the way he landed, and then when we got out there, he was laying around, and the first thing you think of is a knee injury. And the trainers, right off the bat, kind of pointed to the ankle, and so. Yeah, and then the doctors came in, looked at the ankle, and said, hey, the ankle looks pretty good, but this is, the back of the ankle around the Achilles area is where we need to do further tests.
You need to do better to have better results starting Friday.
Starting pitching, we got to get healthy there. We've got to get more depth. We need to be more consistent offensively up and down the lineup. We have to play better defense, both on the infield and the outfield. All those things we've got to improve on. Is that on Darvish to kind of
Darvish? Yep, Darvish.
Obviously right now with our starting pitching, situation, we were planning to go, and this still may be. But we need to sort through some things. We're looking to go Paddock, Snell, Musgrove, and then when we go to Atlanta, we were looking Darvish, Weathers. Obviously, a couple of those things are up in the air right now, but that was the plan coming out of the break. Optimism. Yeah, I think we're going to be getting close to the line where he threw a bullpen yesterday and it was good. I think we're going to be close to the line on will he need to go down to AAA and put some innings. It's going to be pretty close on if he needs to do that or throw live BP. So those will be kind of our next questions as he continues to go forward.
Do you have any ideas about why the poor play last couple of days?
On the why, I mean, I think it comes down to just offensively, we're not doing enough. We're not scoring enough runs. We're not having enough quality at bats. The last two, and so everything gets exposed when you're not doing that. So. We need to heat up as a group. We've done it before. We've got to do that this next stretch of the season, and we're gonna have to sprint to the finish line. Yeah, I think when you kind of look back from June 20th or so, I think that was around the second game in Colorado. Overall, I think we've been pretty efficient, really good as an offense. The OPS, we rank up there, doing a good job of controlling the zone with the K to walk. Minus these last two games, which have been, very frustrating. I think, from that June 20th point, we've been pretty good offensively in a lot of the categories that are important, from getting on base and slugging and all those things. It's overshadowed with the last two because just the bad taste in your mouth going into the break. But that's the offensive baseball we need to get to. We've got to continue as a group to get on base. We've got to pressure the zone. And we're going to need some guys to heat up the second half.
Just confirming on Darvish. So is his recovery taking longer than expected? Or
I think we were hoping maybe he could throw that national series.
Mhm.
And now we've, moved it back to the first game in Atlanta. So I don't know if it's, taken more or less. I think, like I said, we were hoping maybe he threw game one or two coming out of the break. And I think just more probably precautionary than anything. Give him a couple extra days. He's throwing the most innings on the team. And so I think it's, probably best to grab a couple extra days rest.
Is he still traveling to Denver?
I don't believe he is now. I believe he's going to do some treatments, continue to work on his body. Certainly the lower half where he's been a little bit tight.
On Darvish, is it mostly just the hip now, or is the lower back still bothering him a little bit?
On you? Yeah, a little bit of both, and also a little bit just congested as well. Whether that's whether it's some type of sinus deal. So I think like you kind of put all three of those together: body aching, not feeling well, and then the hip and lower back tightness that he's improving on, but. I think realistically, we don't know how much he's going to improve here in the next 3-4 days. So I think the best thing to do is just move it back a couple days, get a little bit of extra work and extra rest, and make sure he recovers the way he needs to recover to have a strong second half of the season.
I'm sure you've been encouraged offensively from what you've seen out of Haas last few days, but what's going on with him right now at first base?
I think I think to your point, he's starting to swing the bat, much better. And the last two, I will say, I thought he made a great play in the ninth by gunning down. I believe it was Fuentes there, but it's just overall we've got to be tighter on defense. We're capable of playing better defense, and like I said, that's not just in the infield, that's certainly in the outfield with our jumps and reads. And these are the things that if we want to go to the playoffs and make noise in the playoffs and go where we want, we have to tighten these things up. And these are going to be the focal points of the second half, as it's going to be a 69 game sprint. And it starts with the 10 games on the road, this East Coast road trip.